it's almost like spirits just got tests lined back to back to back to back to back. And they only do this when we are about to expand rapidly. These tests are all about masculines. Masculines coming into our energy field, or how we're going to respond to them. And they've been using dreams to communicate the scenario ahead of time. Like, I think it was yesterday or day before, I had a dream about the King of Wands going with me to like some kind of performance arts center or something like that. And then getting distracted, potentially with other guys, and ditching me after promising to spend time with me. And I had to come to the conclusion that I can't punish him for something he did in a dream. Even though there was real life events that happened way back in the day that make that something he would not do that. But that was 15 years ago. But we ended on holding compassion for him and non-judgment. And not necessarily allowing him to do whatever he wants to, but we're not going to shut the door on him because of something that he's done in the past or something that we might be projecting onto him because of our own fear. And this one wasn't so much a projection of fear. It was about the King of Cups, the one that's in the friend group, who usually ignores me. He, every once in a while, will have some semblance of conversation, but it's not much. And at first it was because he was attracted, or he felt conflicting emotions, and he was at least attempting. But somewhere along the way, he started getting nicer and then more rude, and then nicer and then more rude. And it just kind of bounced back and forth, giving me whiplash a little bit. And very recently, he started dating somebody. He started seeing somebody else, which was, in effect, passing us over for the second time, which was officially, like, done and dusted. Like, not even considering you anymore. Skip over me once, shame on you. Shame on me? No, shame on you. Skip over me twice, shame on me. Because we're not going to keep giving our energy to somebody that isn't going to reciprocate. At least not in a healthy way. And he's got his problems. But I honestly don't feel like super strongly one way or another about this guy, because he chooses not to even be nice. You know what I mean? And I've only ever been nice to him. And even if the complications in our relationship were born out of desire originally, it was taken to a negative place. He's not... I don't know. I just get the feeling that that's not the one. That's not what I should be doing. But then Spirit gave me this dream last night where we were all hanging out together, the whole friend group. And he was unhappy with where I'd chosen to sit. I was the first one in the room. And he's the kind of person that always likes to sit in the same spot, and I usually am too. Sunflower. I got a text message from somebody that had a sunflower as their icon. But Spirit is guiding us into this scenario on seating arrangements. So wherever I sat, it was like a giant room with a bunch of tables, and I just picked one. And I guess everybody was coming in for dinner, games, and whatever. But I just picked a spot, and he didn't like that. So he was trying to roundabout be like, well, maybe we can play a game to randomize where we're seating when we get here, or when everybody gets here. And I'm like, maybe, like, fuck off. I don't know. He's quick to criticize me. And I haven't been taking it, but I've just been ignoring it, And that's a new recent development. It's not something he always done. He always ignored me, straight up. And then I would, catch him staring. And things like that. Or he would intentionally divert his eye contact so that it wasn't obvious, but, kind of like double negative. You try not to look at somebody long enough and you're going to realize that you actually kind of want to. It's just an immature mentality. But he didn't like where I sat in the dream. He wanted to passively get me to sit somewhere else, even though nobody else was there yet. And I don't even think he wanted to be sitting there. I think it was literally just trying to pick at me. You know what I mean? I can't give specific examples because I don't want to tip off the general population as to who this guy is. But needless to say, he's quick to criticize. He's a little selfish. He's not somebody that has been super positive to me, even though he is probably a very supportive and positive person to others. But it doesn't come from a place of hate. He doesn't hate me. But at the end of the day, I don't need to understand. I don't need to understand his mind or his emotions because he's not willing to be honest about them. There's no point in thinking about it if he's never going to be honest about his feelings regarding me. And if he's going to continue choosing other people, then there's literally nothing else to say about it, But the last time we hung out as a group, I met his new boyfriend, who's from another state, right? They're doing a long distance thing, which has to suck. I haven't done long distance since middle school. No, it was probably high school. Yeah. I want to say sophomore year, high school. I did long distance and that was terrible. But that's what they're doing. And he's going to be around again tonight. And I don't have a problem with this other guy. I didn't spend much time talking to him. But I'm not jealous, And it would be irrational if I was. This guy's literally only mean. He's just mean. So, I don't care. It was honestly, whenever I met the new boyfriend, I was like, alright, that's done and dusted. I don't need to spend any more time or energy or thought on him. But now I feel a little bit complicated. Not because I wanted him, but because there has to be a reason why. I'm trying to figure out the reason why Spirit is lining things up this way. Why would they show me in a dream that he's going to have a problem with where I'm sitting? Which naturally would be probably because his boyfriend's going to be there. He wants to sit where he wants to sit. But it's not like I would be sitting next to them. Literally, this guy sits over here, I sit opposite. Over here, diagonally. As far away as possible.